Good morning. This is Captain Pop, and we're down in the shop with Tool School, and we got a real fun one to do today. Two things happened to our Miele vacuum, which is 12 years old. First of all, the computer brain blew up, which is about 250 bucks, and the recoil starter blew up. Here's the computer brain, and here's the recoil starter. And the wire and everything got jammed up, so it's going to be too costly to buy the parts to put this back together the way the factory says to do it. So like everything else, we're going to make a hot rod out of it and have a little fun. These are very expensive German built units and some of the finest vacuums in the world. So stay tuned and we'll see what's going to happen here. Bye. Okay, we really dug into this one, and you can see we got all the vacuum sections and wiring sections and computer sections and everything apart. There's the drive motor. Here's the computer brain and board. Oh my God, look at this. Here's the recoil starter and not starter, wire retractor machine. And these are all shot. You can smell burnout computer. You can see that the recoil spring has had it, and the terminal connections inside the spool are burnout. So rather than throw all this away, one of my favorite things to do in my whole life is to go ahead and we're going to bypass everything and change everything around and make a good old-fashioned hot rod vacuum cleaner out of this, and we will give the lady a 10-year warranty and a no charge, and we'll fix it. Where if you send it into the factory, it would be $600 or $700 to fix this $1,200 machine. Well, that's just a little fun we're having this morning down here in Captain Pop's Tool School, the secret lab in the basement of my house where I have a lot of. Okay, here I just went ahead and bypassed the printed circuit board for variable speeds. If you really remember back in the old days, there was only one speed on vacuum cleaners. You turned it on and that was it. And as time went on, they had all these different variable speeds to make everything more elaborate. But my wife and everybody that ever used this vacuum cleaner always just automatically pushed it on high. So I'm going and we're going to have this baby running on high. And I'm just there. We bypassed the computer. We're going in. See those wires? And that's soldered joints in there. Okay. Okay, I got the drive motor back in position and the motor mounts hooked up. I got this is going to have no recoil now. You're just going to have a cord like in the old days. You know, you wrap it around the handle I'm going to put on there. And now the blown computer chip. Here's the blown computer in the brain with all the fancy gizmos. We're just going to bypass this completely. The brain smells like an old burnout shoe. Having a little fun here on a rainy day, working down in the lab. Okay, we're doing some surgery now. I have a couple doctor friends and surgeons friends, you know, and I tell them, you know, when I work and rebuild these engines and rebuild these crazy things like this, you can't put one thing back together wrong in there or it doesn't work. But like on a human being, you can sew his arm on backwards or anything. And you know what this heart surgeon told me? Jim, the only thing that's different between me and you is that when I changed the heart out in the guy, he's still living. So he says, do all this with the motor running. And we both laughed, because he's right. I'm getting to play with this thing with the motor not running. But there's some fine wiring going on in there. And And I got it half boat, half house, half car, and half vacuum wiring. How's that sound? Okay, here we go. We're going back together. We're giving her a test run right now. Getting rid of all this stuff. Woo-hoo! We're going into the brain. You know, all everybody wants is their vacuum to turn on and really suck good to pull all the trash out of the rug. So we're getting rid of these computers and variable resistors and all of this crazy stuff with automatic rewinders and everything with terminal boards and connectors and a million wires. And we're just made a nice real hot rod out of this Miele. And it sucks like it'll pull the cord right out of the rug. So let's take a look at her. Here she is on the deck, and it's all back together. And I did a nice job. Didn't scratch it up too bad. And like I said, this comes with a 10-year lifetime guarantee. She's plugged in. I'm going to hit the button. Oh, and you know there's a suction register here on top. Man, I mean it'll rip your hand off. Woo! Okay, we had a little fun on a rainy morning, and we took a broken Miele that is valued at $1,200. We took about $600 worth of stuff out of it, and we made a hot rod out of it, and we'll have a lot of fun and keep the rugs clean. This is Captain Pop Pop at Tool School. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be taking on some more crazy stuff as time goes on. Have a great day.